Hello lovers, this is Micah. Thank you for joining me in part 6 where I discuss Eros of my 8-part series, Clearing Up Love, leading up to Valentine's Day. And I think that I want to make sure that everyone understands that today, this one is a good one to discuss Saint Valentine himself. And the whole reason I think that Valentine's Day is still celebrated is because this is a man who was martyred. He was imprisoned and literally gave his life to make sure that people could join in union the person that they were felt and believed they were meant to be with. He married people when it was against the law. And I think that that is a very beautiful example of agape love. So even if you aren't experiencing Eros on Valentine's Day, there are a lot of other loves that are worth celebrating. And I think that agape, it's been commercialized a lot, but for me, I think the agape form where he gave his life in order to marry people, even though it was against the law at the time, Christians were being persecuted and he married them anyway, and he was imprisoned and he continued to do it. And I think that the agape, that kind of love, he was willing to give his life for other people and for their consciences and their need to be married to someone that they love, which isn't unlike a lot of things that are happening in modern times. So I think that appreciating different forms of love leading up to Valentine's Day takes us out of the whole poor me, I don't have anybody in my life, or singles unite, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I think singles can get together, have some philia love celebration, have some ludus, be playful, go to work if you have to work like I do, and have playful banter with people and just say love ya, and don't take the day too seriously, because it's a really special day if you think about it. So let's talk about Eros a little more. It was a concept of love named after the Greek god Eros. Eros's counterpart is the Roman god Cupid. So I think that already helps you understand what Eros is. The Greeks feared Eros, which is why the Romans too, all these ancient writings discuss the fear of being struck by Cupid's arrow, because if you are struck, then you are completely under the spell of love, and you lose control. It's almost a form of madness, and they feared that. And it's interesting too, because Carl Jung discusses Eros and how his counterpart is Logos, and Eros is more of a feminine way of approaching that form of love, whereas Logos is more of a objective approach that men typically take. So everyone can feel it, but men would almost have to surrender to the feeling of love. And when a man surrenders to that, they would almost feel this inner conflict. So Jung talks about that a lot. And it's really interesting if you want to look into that more. But Eros is an erotic love. It is it's a physical desire, and Freud discussed how it's not necessarily the sexual act, because sexual act itself is your libido, and that's the force. The libido is the force behind the sex, but the desire that's behind Eros is our life force, our will to live, and our will to feel that life force and feel it expressed through another person. And when you have experienced long-term or healthy Eros, you can reference that feeling even later on in life as the love matures. Socrates discusses that quite a bit too. And it's a beautiful form of love. It's something that when it's healthy, it's something that our culture is obsessed with. Our culture seems to have Eros for Eros. So understanding and appreciating where the balance is and when it becomes imbalanced, I'll discuss in my next video, would be mania, an obsessive love, and also ludus, being imbalanced, or a confusion between those two can lead to those. So I will discuss the mania obsessive love in my next video today, just to keep this one short. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the series. Click the link below if you want a meme that really breaks it down, as well as references and more information on this, because Eros, like agape, there's a lot around these two. So I hope you enjoy them, and stay tuned and keep on loving.